All right, guys, it's Steve, Hobo with Wood, coming at you from the wood shop. Yeah, I'm in the shop, and all you can hear is traffic in the background. I am down again. So this is a 2-month review on the xTool, and this is a must-watch if you're considering purchasing the xTool D1. I have the xTool D1 with the 10-watt laser, which is no longer available, probably for a good reason. I'm frustrated and I'm disgusted, and you can hear it in my voice. But that should not be taken as a representative of the entire purchase decision or influence your decision completely. But there are things you should know before purchasing the xTool that's not made available to you through xTool or xTool's manuals or any other reviews that I've seen online. Make no mistake, this is a hobbyist laser. They advertise it as a small business / hobbyist laser, and I would say it's just a hobbyist laser. It's only good for a couple hours a day, and mid to slightly above mid-range burn on percentage powers. And again, I'm speaking of the 10-watt laser. I've had my laser for 2 months. Yesterday was 2 months exactly. And I have now gone through. The laser module has a small lens dust cover that screws on. I was looking to see if I had one laying here, and I don't have one right in front of me. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to grab one. Okay, so there's this small little lens that screws on to your module. And after my first failure, which was like a week after I bought the thing, and there's a video out there how leave it to a redneck to break his xTool, something like that. I'll put a link in the description. I cracked the lens. Now you can see that if it's focused well enough, my eyesight's bad enough, I can see it there, that this lens is already cracked, got a halo on it and cracked. Well, this lens was only used for 1 day. It was and I'll show you the burns I did with it. But 1 day, and I went through that lens. I have gone through four lenses in 2 months. So if you're going to buy an xTool, and no matter what your intents are with the xTool, I would recommend buying. When you buy your laser, order those covers why they exist, because they will, just like I bought my xTool D1 just 2 months ago, and it is already no longer on the website. It's sold out. They're not making any more of them. They continue to improve, and that's the way technology works. It gets better, and it's obsolete 2 days after it's built. So this is something you need to order when you buy your xTool. If you don't order them when you purchase the xTool, you wait for it to arrive. You confirm that your laser has this. I'm sure that it will. Then order some. If not, you're going to regret it. And it's better to have them and not need them than to need them and not be able to get them. xTool does not have any U.S. customer support. When I Googled, I'm not even going to try and say the name of the city in China. Their headquarters are exactly 12 hours different than Eastern Standard Time, which is where I'm at. So at midnight, it's noon there. So when I'm emailing them at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm having issues, well, it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. There's nobody there, and there's nobody to contact. So you're in an entirely at least 1 day later for a response, if they're responding in a timely manner. And that's a big if. Uh, so the lack of a U.S. based customer support, and I knew that going into it before I bought it, and I still bought it. I like to have the best of things. And from what I could see at the time of my purchase 2 months ago, the xTool D1, phone slipping, sorry. From what I could see 2 months ago, the xTool D1 was the best thing out there in the way of the 10-watt laser. Now, I've learned a lot about lasers and laserology since my purchase. I knew nothing about lasers, light burn, nothing prior to my purchase 2 months ago. And I've been documenting this experience on my YouTube channel from the beginning and until the end. And this is not the end by no means. This is just a roadblock, a temporary stumbling block. But this is something I want to share with you to help you prevent from having the same roadblocks and make sure you're a well-informed purchaser if you've never owned a laser before. 4 of them, boys and girls. That one, I believe that one was my first one because I didn't know what to look for when the laser performance started to fail, and I just continued to use it until it was cooked. That one, you can see it's got a failure in the middle there. This one had just started, and I was getting ready to start some major tests, and I wanted to have no chance of it failing during my test, so I pulled this one off. So this one's probably going back on the laser until I get my replacements in. And this one is the one that had the failure. There we go. In less than 6 hours. So, and if you know anything about lasers, you know, anything that's going to refract that light, well, you're affecting the power of your laser, and those minor cracks in that lens throughout the surface of the lens is enough to start to deteriorate your power. This one had just started to have it, and so you can barely see it there, but they're there nonetheless, and it's only going to get worse. But I can use that one under the new guidelines that xTool has presented me with in order to use my laser. So let's look at those. The first time I was told by the customer representative that this lens that continues to crack is nothing but a dust cover, a protective lens for the laser to prevent anything from striking the laser, and that it was okay to use the laser without it until I received my replacement lenses. Well, here's our response from this incident. Dear Steve Fordner, sorry for the misleading in the former communication. We did double check your YouTube video you shared with us. 1, we recommend that you use it continuously, 5 to 6 hours a day, preferably not more than 8 hours at a time. If you accept 2 free lenses as a gift, we will arrange the shipment once get your information. 2, regarding the problem that the fan on the laser sounds too loud, please refer to the attached picture to disassemble the laser head and check for any foreign objects or any objects are stuck in there. Any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Yours sincerely, Rosie. I wasn't trying to find its limitations, but I was trying to find my limitations. And in doing so, I found the laser's limitations. So if you're just going to be doing a few things in the evening, a couple burns, you know, and like she's no more than a 5-hour burn, 5.5 hour burn, and no more than 8 hours combined use time in a day, you might be okay. But if you're going to be above that scale, because I'm creating content for YouTube and for myself, and I've been uploading. I was there daily. Well, you can't create a 15-minute YouTube video or a half-hour video. Believe it. There are some out there just post a real-time 15-minute video, and you get some information, but you don't get the detail. There's a lot left out. A lot of you are going to miss a lot on this video because you're going to check out. I heard what he had to say, or you think you formed an opinion based on what I've said so far. Well, if you did, you'd be wrong. This was one of the first things I put together. It's a nice box that was built with the Boxes.py, I think it is. I'll put a link to that in the website or down in the comments too. That morphed into me designing and building a ladies' clutch. And those are really neat. Those are selling for $150 a piece. I got bored working with wood. Even though I'm hobo with wood, I'm still doing wood, but I started wanting to, like I said, test my limitations. So I started doing testing burning on glass. This was done with painting the entire glass white and then burning away the white, and then once it was done, going back in and do a backfill with black. That turned out pretty neat, but this was my first attempt, and there was some problems that I learned that I know to work out. But, you know, that's 1, 2, I did an inverse and negative. Star Wars. And then some of my most popular videos have been my work with mirrors. Phone stands. My camper is the momentum, and when you're leaving the campground, they say, I'm pulling out. Well, when you've got the momentum, pulling out sucks. Here's a, put that where you can, nope, wrong side, stupid, there you go. That's the acrylic that I did the engrave on. Another mirror with a little baby Yoda in it. So it's been a fruitful experience. I've produced a lot of neat things. I've learned a lot. Made some pretty neat connections through YouTube and the laserologist community. So yeah, I would still buy the xTool. Now that they've got the 20 watt out, I would get the 20 watt. I'm a firm believer you can't have too much power. You can have not enough, and that's my issue. So I'm down for a while. So hopefully this doesn't affect me too bad on hitting that 1,000 subscribers before Halloween. Fingers crossed on that one. If you're still hanging around and watching the video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Hit notifications so you'll be sure to see our next videos and know when we're back up and going, and we'll continue this journey. Don't forget to log into the poll on Facebook. Vote for my haircut. I'm letting you guys pick anything from a business haircut to shaved bald to a cul-de-sac. I'll shave just the top of it. You know, I'm putting myself in your hands, and surprisingly, no one's voted on the shavings of the head in any manner. You guys are just too nice, I guess. So, again, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. This has been Steve, Hobo with Wood.